be a dead man walking.
The Boys Season 5 trailer drops us into a world so chaotic, so unhinged, and so aggressively unpredictable that even Homelander looks like he's running out of excuses to pretend he's sane. And this is where our theory begins. Not with the explosions, not with the screaming, but with the quiet look in his eyes when the trailer starts. That tiny twitch in his smile, that I am one bad day away from eating a baby on live TV energy. This theory explains why Homelander's world is falling apart even though he technically won. And it all connects back to a hidden detail from earlier seasons that nobody noticed because, well, everyone was too busy watching heads explode like birthday balloons. Support this content by liking, sharing, and subscribing for more upcoming theories. Now, before we dive too deep, let's talk about the crazy lineup we see in the trailer. Hughie, Mother's Milk, and Frenchie are locked up in something Prime Video calls a freedom camp, which basically looks like a prison if the prison were run by Disneyland, North Korea, and a reality TV producer at the same time. A clue from the previous season reveals that Homelander always wanted order, but this is the first time we see him actually build his version of order, and it's terrifying. People marching. Guards shouting. Hughie is looking like he's praying that Starlight can Uber. He eats himself a sandwich. This shows us a hidden detail. Homelander doesn't want power. He wants worship. He doesn't want to rule. He wants to be adored so completely that the world has a panic attack if he frowns. But here comes the real twist. When the trailer cuts to Annie, struggling to mount a resistance, she's glowing. Not physically glowing, but glowing like a character who's one emotional breakdown away from unlocking a new superpower. And this theory explains why Annie might become the key to destroying Homelander without ever throwing a punch. The hidden clue comes from Season 4, when Homelander told her she still had light inside her. At first, people thought he meant it in a creepy, poetic, please call the police sort of way. But what if he meant it literally? What if her powers have a deeper function that Homelander accidentally revealed? Speaking of deeper functions, the trailer throws us Jared Padalecki, the man, the myth, the walking CW energy, joining the cast and reuniting with Jensen Ackles. Yes, Sam and Dean are back, but this time Sam is in a world where demons exploding is considered light work. And here's where things get juicy. This theory explains how Soldier Boy's return isn't just nostalgia or fan service, but a setup for the biggest twist of the entire series. A clue from Season 3 reveals that Soldier Boy radiates a power that neutralizes other soups temporarily. But if Jared Padalecki's character has a similar effect, or a mutated version of it, then the two of them could form the only weapon capable of stripping Homelander down to zero. Imagine it. The Winchesters teaming up to shut off Homelander like a misbehaving Wi-Fi router. But this is where Butcher marches in like a hungover Terminator with emotional trauma. When the trailer shows him walking out of the shadows with that virus designed to wipe all soups off the map, this shows us a hidden detail. Butcher hasn't just accepted his fate. He's embraced it. The clue from the Season 4 finale, where he looks at the empty cages in the woods, wasn't just atmosphere. It was foreshadowing. And now he's become the guy who says, you know what? Maybe we should delete them like corrupted files. But here's the twist nobody expects. This theory explains that the virus is not just a weapon. It's a Trojan horse. Something that doesn't just kill soups. It changes the rules of the game entirely. Reveals that the soup virus can mutate, evolve, and adapt. And if Butcher plans to use it worldwide, then this isn't a war. This is evolution gone rogue. This turns the final season into something far bigger. A fight not just for survival, but for what humanity becomes after the smoke clears. Meanwhile, Kimiko is missing, which is usually a terrible sign unless you're Kimiko, in which case it means she's either training, vibing, or punching someone through a wall. A clue from previous seasons reveals she always disappears right before she evolves. Season 2? Disappeared. Came back with control. Season 3? Disappeared. Came back with a strategy. So her absence here? This theory explains she may return with something game-changing, maybe immunity to the virus. Maybe it's the key to weaponizing it. Maybe she comes back riding on a tank. Honestly, with Kimiko, anything is possible. And then there's Ashley. Oh, Ashley. Injecting herself with Compound V at the end of Season 4 was the most Ashley thing Ashley could possibly do. The trailer shows her looking stressed, sweaty, and one meltdown away from screaming into another hairbrush. But here's the detail. Ashley's transformation isn't played for laughs this time. This shows us a hidden detail. She's becoming a wild card. A soup who isn't stable, isn't controlled by Vought, and definitely isn't ready for whatever powers she's about to pop, like surprise loot boxes. A clue from the trailer shows her standing still, overwhelmed. And that's not just emotion, that's restraint. She's holding something back. But the real heart of this theory, the twist everything connects to, is this. Homelander's world is crumbling because Homelander himself is crumbling. The trailer shows him standing in front of crowds like a dictator who's finally gotten everything he wanted and found out it still doesn't fill the void. And this theory explains why the final season isn't about killing Homelander, it's about breaking his reality. Every clue points to this. The Freedom Camp. Annie's resistance. Butcher's virus. Soldier Boy's return. Jared Padalecki's mysterious character. Ashley's unstable transformation. Kimiko's disappearance. Hughie, MM, and Frenchie, all imprisoned, but not broken. This shows us that every character is positioned like a chess piece designed not to destroy Homelander physically, but mentally, emotionally, symbolically. Because what Homelander fears more than death is irrelevance. This theory explains that the final war won't be decided by brute force or explosions, though we will absolutely get both. This is The Boys. It will be decided by who controls the story, the narrative, the public's belief. And the trailer secretly hints at this through a detail most viewers missed. The massive crowd scenes, the chants, the posters, the propaganda. We're not watching a superhero fight, we're watching a cult collapse. And like all cults, the end begins when the leader starts losing control. When the trailer shows Homelander's eyes flicker with panic, just for half a second, that's the clearest clue. It's the same flicker he had in Season 1 when Madeline Stillwell said no. The same flicker when Ryan cried in Season 2. The same flicker when he realized Victoria Neumann wasn't fully under his control. That flicker means fear. Fear means cracks. And cracks mean collapse. This theory argues that Season 5 is not about killing Homelander. It's about letting him destroy himself. And every character plays a role. Annie, the symbol of hope he can't crush. Butcher, the unstoppable force with the virus. Hughie, the heart he can't predict. MM, the moral compass Homelander can't understand. Frenchie, the wild card with nothing left to lose. Kimiko, the silent storm. Soldier Boy and Padalecki, the nuclear reset buttons. Ashley, the unpredictable powder keg. The trailer ends with chaos. Explosions, screams, lightning, and blood. But hidden inside that chaos is the most important clue of all. Homelander standing alone. No Stormfront, no Vought, no Seven, no allies. Just him. A king on a throne built of lies, with every one of those lies about to collapse. And when the final war erupts, it won't just be about killing Homelander. It'll be about showing him the one thing he's never been able to face. A world that no longer fears him. A world that no longer loves him. A world that no longer needs him. And that, more than any virus or explosion or soup showdown, is what will destroy him.